Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another big week on the charts, guys. As always, time to get your show on the road. Good morning, good afternoon, and a very, very, very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Welcome to another edition of London Session. I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're all looking forward to the end of November, a big end to November. It's been a fantastic month, been a really good month, especially the back half of the month. There have been trades aplenty. Had a really good week last week, so we're looking to see if we can continue on from that. Obviously, it is also a big week in regards to Black Friday week, guys. So I will let you in a little bit more about something special I have for you guys. Moving forward, you can probably see it in the chat, those on YouTube. Otherwise, TikTok, I will let you know a little bit more about a deal I've got going for the week, for 2 weeks actually. But anyway, guys, without further ado, it's time to get into the charts. So that is what we will be doing. Let's have a look at the charts, guys. In the meantime, any questions, any charts in particular you'd like me to look at, you guys know the drill. Feel free to pop those into the chat. But one thing you have to do for me before I definitely get underway is YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's really important that you guys hit the like button. Good to see numbers creeping up quite quickly on YouTube. TikTok, if you could smash that little screen for me as well. Let's get the masses onto the stream and let's have a good one, team, and let's begin proceedings. Let's have a look at the news to see if and what we may have scheduled moving forward here today. That is from last week, FOMC. So let's refresh. My screen is frozen. One moment, guys. All right, we're back. All right, so moving forward today, it's a yen bank holiday. All right, Japanese bank holiday. So anyone trading the yen, just be wary of that. Might be a lack of liquidity. Moving forward into proceedings, nothing for our actual stream scheduled anyway. Nothing into NY as well. You do have the president of the ECB, Christine Lagarde, speaking very late or early morning my time, into just over an hour and a bit into NY session, about an hour and 50 minutes in. So be wary of that if you are trading the euro. Otherwise, guys, let's have a look at the gold. Let's begin, and I'll get to you guys shortly. So starting the weekly time frame, guys, and what we can see is that the gold previous weekly closed back a very weak bearish candle, and as I mentioned early into the week, what we did do was tap into the support here, which is a daily support, and we did bounce off it, but still did close back bearish. We're going to go down to the daily time frame and obviously the 4 hour and 15, see what else we got within it. But based off the back of that previous candle, what that suggests to me is either we've grabbed some liquidity once again from that 4K region and seeing it close back weak bearish. If we were to break the high of that candle, I do believe there's a high possibility that price could eventually come back up to 42.50 yet again. However, if we respect the high of that candle and begin to break low of that previous candle, once again, we're going to be attacking that 4K region. Whether we actually get a closure below, obviously that we'll won't know until Friday. But if we do begin to break low of the previous candle, counter probabilities would be to the downside at that point. Perhaps that would lean more towards a bigger pullback on the high time frame picture. Onto the daily, there's that 4K level, very strong level, which lines up with some previous resistance here to the left hand side, and we keep tapping into that support and keep bouncing off it. So consecutive bearish candles with lower highs, lower lows, current candle, inside bar candle. This support around the $4,045 mark, all the way down to that $4,000 mark on a higher time frame, is really, really strong level. It's a big battle between the buyers and sellers. Until we break low of that previous candle, we're just an inside bar candle. Until we break the high, we're just the inside bar candle. So at this stage, still very little to direction. Current daily, new weekly candle. We can see the 4 hour structure does remain bullish the way I do see it, guys. So we did have a little swing point just here before creating a low, and we did close above it just here. So therefore, anything between these highs and these lows, we are technically bullish in structure. So starting to gather some confidence as to what direction I want to be looking to trade in. Now, off the back of that, what I can see is that we obviously, so we got the weekly as weak bearish, we've got the daily counter probabilities off back of the previous being bearish. 4-hour structure is bullish, and once again we're steadily creating some higher lows here within the structure itself. We're about to close this candle back bullish, so I can prematurely mark in a zone of support at the current level on the 4-hour. Knowing that we do have another level just below it, I will also mark that in, and that is the current 4-hour range. So we are technically, the way I see it, in an uptrend on the 4-hour. Now down to the 15-minute time frame here, and the structure in that time frame is bearish. So off the back of that, my bias is slightly weighted towards the downside, guys. Doesn't mean I'm not interested in buying it, but the bias itself, I have 3 time frames suggesting that we could continue bearish. And what I'm going to do is mark in the most recent levels within the current daily candle. That is one just there, around that $4,060 region. And what I can see is we technically bearish until really back above 4,073. I'm just going to remove this zone to the upside for the time being. All right, so looking at the gold, what I would prefer, to be honest, is if I was to look for sells, was for price to pop up a little bit higher to the most recent resistance form within the current daily candle. Look for rejection of that zone, look for a little area of minor support to form below it, and then potentially look for a sell to take it back down towards the low. So honestly, would hope this candle maybe even flips to close back a bullish candle in the next 3 minutes, but otherwise I will contemplate my options so long as we remain below resistance at 4,060. Now further sell options gonna be tricky, because if we sell below this support and running straight into the 4-hour support below, we may not have the margin. Look, we will contemplate it if and when the time comes. I want to just make sure that price just all depends on price action, how we approach. Otherwise, guys, below 4,022, below that previous daily candle's low, we do have some clean traffic to the left. We are a distance off it, so I'm not going to bother marking that level in. Now, in regards to potential buys, guys, again, the back of the fact that the 4-hour structure is technically bullish, the weak closure on that previous weekly bearish candle, and the fact that we're at a very strong level of support in the higher time frame, if we were to, and we are right now trading sellers, if we were to then begin to pop above this resistance, tap back in, then I would look for a potential buy to take it back up to the next level of resistance form within the daily candle and around that 4,067 region. So the back of that, I will contemplate my buy options above 4,060. Again, we are at a higher time frame support, which we keep respecting. So if we were to continue bearish, we don't have much of a need to break above this resistance, let alone close above it. If we do close above it, then I do believe there is a high probability we're heading up to the next ceiling, which is that 4,068 to 4,070 region. So that is my personal opinion of the gold, guys. Make of that what you will. Hopefully it makes sense. If not, feel free to ask questions, and let's move on. I'll quickly look at GJ. Don't trade it, but here's something I prepared earlier, as the chefs say on a cooking show. So here's a chart I prepared earlier, sent into the members group. It's basically GJ as well. It's a bit of a neutral bias. He had the weekly closing back, well, it did close from a long upper wick. I would call that weak bullish. Daily closed back basically bearish engulfing, so you got the higher time frames slightly conflicting. Structurally it's bullish, but again, I'm looking more so at the actual candles themselves. Reason being, I'm only scalping. We don't really have a lower wick, so there's a chance it could create that. Doesn't necessarily have to. 4-hour structure is technically bullish. At some resistance here, bouncing off some previous resistance, creating support. The 15-minute structure is technically, the way I see it, bearish, as long as it remains below this resistance. So the bias is neutral. Let's pull up the drawings yet again, and I would look for strong closures above. I would not look to buy GJ on this closure. We look like we are potentially exhausting here to the upside, so maybe look for some cheeky sells. Back of that, maybe want to go down to 5 minutes. See, we've got some minor support here on the 5 minutes, possibly below 205.25, with some early sell options on GJ. Otherwise, Don't see that much on it. Maybe buys from above. Did have it in there. Buys from above 205 flat psychological round number on the GJ. GU at resistance. Bit choppy to the downside. I'd be looking for buys, to be honest, upon the pullback. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's quite bearish in structure. And I'll have a look at other charts as per request. Gold not quite tapped into that level. Is there any possible entries? No, I don't quite see it, to be honest. Don't quite see it at the moment. I'm not going to jump straight in, guys. I don't have a real clear catalyst at the minute, so I'm just going to be patient with it. In the meantime, guys, how are we all doing, ladies and gents? Hope you're having hope you had a good weekend. Franco, good morning to you, brother. KSS Multimedia, good morning all. The joy I have when I see your notification. Nice one, brother. Glad to have you on the stream and glad you enjoy what you see. Tony Gold, great. Good morning to you, my friend. Lau, good morning. Barman, same names. I appreciate you guys. Esther, good to see you on the stream as well. Been a while. Rabbi, hope you're well, brother. Welcome once again. And Sebastian, my loyal YouTube member. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And are you back from holidays? If so, how was it? Gold Sniper, you got same ideas as me. Good to see. Yep, always a bit sketchy. Yeah, I just don't trust anything at the minute. I don't trust the sell, to be honest. Brad, good day to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. TikTok to the 50 odd of you on stream. Thank you to the 16 followers. Let me get through the chat. Lawsy, welcome to you, my friend. Another one of the YouTube members. Be likely uploading more for you guys as well. The actual YouTube trio, I think I have, of members. Just a little thank you for, you know, supporting my stream. Gold Sniper, same, just being patient. Yep. Rabbi, sell and buys a sketch last week of the month. Yeah, it's a little, also it's the end, it's options expiry week. I think it's the 28th, so that could also play into it a little bit. All right, TikTok, let me have a look at the chat, see if I missed anything. Mac Gaming Live, time frame is predominantly the 15, but I do look at the 5, I do look at the higher time frames as well. Cesses, not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna buy 4,049. Am I good? You're looking good, but I would not want to give it back, so I'd be at break even. Just depends what your target is, depends what your, you know, if is it a longer term hold, is it just a scalp? Gotta give me a little more information. Mac Gaming Live, thank you for sharing the stream as well. Thank you for the follow. You bought it 4,040, still holding. Yep, I think that's a pretty good entry, to be honest. Really good level, pretty much the lows of the day. So high kick. What time frame? Predominantly the 15. Michael, good day to you, brother. Good afternoon. Good evening, sorry. So it's a baby, hello to you. M Herbert 14 got a TP at 60, which it kept just missing. Oh, very close to it. Yeah, it's looking pretty good just now though. Lockie, good day to you, or to you guys. Hope you're well. Welcome yet again. Sebastian using emoji. Yeah, it'd be nice to update those, to be honest. Vacation was fantastic. I left a like here and there. Yeah, I appreciate it, mate. You did pop on as well. Didn't look at the charts for it's always good though to have a break from it. I really enjoy it. I always tend to come back well and more focused. The results tend to be really good after a break. So there's nothing wrong. I mean, as with anything in life, it's always good to take a break from something. Just don't tell your missus that if you have one. Not that I do, guys, so single, I'm ready to mingle. Gold breaks 59, my sells are not gonna happen. Yeah, same. Well, not potentially until higher up. Gold Sniper. Carter, are you in for buy or sell? Nothing at the minute. I'm waiting to see what price does. It's below a level of interest. I want it to tap into that level of interest, and I want to see how price reacts to the level of interest at 4,060. William, I am no master, but I'm a competent trader. What do you think about 39.20 on gold in 4 hour? It's 39.20. Fair distance. It's not a level I'm concerned about because we're so far off it. As far as is it a level it could pull back to? Potentially. It's a solid level of support. But I'm not going to tell you if it will or not. I have no idea. I've just wait and see. Again, I'm just looking at the current levels. Fortunately, I don't have a crystal ball. Mac Gaming Live, resistance at 4,056. Well, it's just tapped into the previous bearish candle, which to me confirms some resistance lower down. You're probably talking about that to the left. Herbert, could we be looking at rise to 4,100 today? Possibly. Again, no idea, don't have crystal ball. But that is the 4 hour resistance, pretty much a local high in the 4 hour. So yeah, that could be a realistic target if it does push to the upside. It's got some levels in between it needs to break and close above. Confirm that. Now, could there be any sell option? Not saying right now, but if this closes weak bearish, the only thing I don't like about it is it's not the cleanest. The 5 minute is a little bit sketchy to me. The 5 minute, you got support after support, creating some higher lows, higher highs within the structure itself in the 5 minute. Do see it's technically bearish though as well in the 5 minute. Really would preference it popping up a little bit higher. Gold Sniper, not a significant price, 39.20 level. It created an equal high but didn't break through it. Fair enough. I think, yeah, I mean, looking at the higher time frame, 4,000 is definitely a level of interest. 3,900, I think it's a pretty solid level because it did obviously break above it here and pull back to retest it. There's going to be some liquidity at that level. But anyway, we're so far off it to not even worth worrying about it for the time being. Just a quick mention, guys, while we're waiting. Did mention it is Black Friday week, guys, and you've probably all seen there's promotions left, right, and center. Which ones are legit and which ones aren't. You just need to be very careful what links you click on, my friends. But there is definitely one that is very legit and of greater value than most of the rubbish you'll purchase over this week, and that is investing in your education. So guys, I have a special offer, and that is a 20% discount for new members of the VIP for the life of their subscription. Whether you choose to you know, do the monthly option and pay monthly, you get 20% off that, which brings it down to, I think, less than the cost of a Netflix premium subscription, and you get much more value from it. Includes the course, the whole course, which will be getting an update. It's in the process. All the other education content, all the members live calls, the sim sessions, so on and so forth, which is ramping up, seeing I do have more time for the charts now. And also same deal applies for those who choose to just pay for the annual as well, and works out again even cheaper. So just wanted to put it out there. If you are interested, I will just send me a DM, those on TikTok. The link to the VIP is on my profile page on TikTok. Now the code that you want to use if you are interested is, I'll type into the chat, but don't stress it, you can always send me a message if you don't remember it, and I'll happily share it all with you. But that is the code. It's YouTube, it's pinned to the chat, the top of the chat, so take advantage of it while you can, and it's definitely going to be worth your while. Mike's God's power, exactly the same setup I have. Nice one, mate. Odette. So that will affect the market this week too, Black Friday. New York on a bank holiday. On the Friday, well, yes, that will, if that is the case. The sales shouldn't. Let's hope gold goes on a Black Friday sale. I would absolutely love that. That would be very, very welcoming. I would love if gold gives us a Black Friday sale. Again, for accumulation purposes, did pick up some more silver over the weekend. Becoming extremely difficult to find. The bars are very hard to find at the moment. Rabbi, looking for buys from 4,009 area, which I think it will reach to create a bottom wick for the week before going up. What's your opinion? Yeah, I think that's a good chance that it could happen. Again, that 4,000 is like a magnet. Price keeps getting drawn towards it. It is obviously, yeah, that level there on the 4 hour. Obviously, it's going to be the daily. Yeah, there's a good chance it could, but looking at the weekly, I wouldn't want it to break the low of that previous candle. Because once again, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, this candle to me is kind of a pause. To be honest, it's a weak bearish candle. If we want to break the high, I do believe there's a high probability that we will come back up towards 42.50. If we break the low, I do believe there's a high probability that in fact we could even see a closure below 4K for the week. So the high and low is key. So above, just above that level, the level we all mentioned, there is some pretty strong support. So it potentially could. So it's a 4,009. It's just tough, isn't it, right now? Because the levels that it's at, I really would love for it to pop up a bit higher, give us more margin. Now, is there even a one-to-one? 62 pips once you account for spread, 63 pips once you account for spread. No, you don't even have a one-to-one here. You got less than it. You got about 0.8, 0.75, something like that. So, yeah, time to wait, my friends. Time to wait. Odette, Forex Factory says today. No, it's a Japanese bank holiday. No, I don't think there's a bank holiday in the US, is there? Pretty big week, by the way, news-wise. Yeah, it's Friday, Thursday. Thursday, is that? Thanksgiving, is it? Yeah, Thanksgiving. Anyway, the only reason why I know that is because of the basketball, the NBA. Otherwise, I would have no idea. It's not a holiday here. Mauricio, you need to make 50% off. Mate, the amount of value you get within that VIP, it should be a lot more, to be honest, but I try to make it fair so people who on the low end of the scale things that want to learn can still afford it. So I think it's more than fair, that 20% off. But I don't think DXY is bullish, and there is a lot of resistance, and down there is liquidity. It's possible short. Possible, yeah, possible. My opinion again of DXY is not interested in it when I trade gold. But that's just the way I go about it. Look, I do believe there's a high probability that we're going to come down again, potentially. But then going up just now, I just don't like the level. It's not a solid enough confirmation for me just yet. Shit, my members, I've totally forgot to send you guys a link. Got to set up the meeting. Everyone on TikTok as well, by the way. Hope you guys have seen some of the content dropped over the weekend. And yeah, just TikTok. I haven't uploaded the reel to YouTube just yet. Make sure to have a look at it, give it a like. Also did another fragrance review. Honest opinions of that. Also just a little bit of a motivational reel as well, just to, you know, when you guys feel like things might be a bit hard, just something to look at. So yeah, in this situation, that to me is a pretty strong catalyst normally to look for a sell, but with not a few things we've not ticked off. We've not tapped into the level of resistance, plus the fact that stop loss, generally speaking, is going to be above the previous candle. Entry is a couple pips below it. Between there and there, you don't have a one-to-one, not even close to it. So it's just not perfect. But irrespective, what you do have is you got that minor support. So you've had resistance, you've had sell step in, you form minor support. So it's still support nonetheless. But if price was to continue bullish, it would not have much of a need to break it. And if it did, then it suggests to me that there's a good chance we could come back down to the support at 4,046.50 roughly. But again, it's just not quality enough within the current area. I don't, you need to scroll to the session in Forex Factory to check. No, it's a Japanese bank holiday. It's not a New York. It's not a MY holiday. Just not in session. That's obviously. Unless I'm blind, I'm not seeing something. But no, it's just a Japanese bank holiday today. Friday is the bank holiday for the US. Or Thursday, sorry. Thanksgiving. VM, when does London open? Opens its doors in 43 minutes, just under. The Comedy Post is not technically open yet. Frankfurt opened 17 minutes ago. You've changed a country. Can you tell me exact time? What's same time it's always open, 8 AM UK time. What country are you in? That's 7 PM my time. It's not that hard to work out, mate. Just go to Forex Factory, scroll down. There it is. We don't even have to scroll down these days. They've got it at the top. It tells you what is currently in session. Oh, sniper, there is no major support for gold. Inevitably, it's going to drop. It's shitty level, easy to get in here, but it's sketchy. Yeah, I don't like this level at all. I really not a fan of it. There's a good news board on TradingView. TradingView. Yeah, it's just gonna be a bit messy if I keep flicking from the chart to the news board. Alright, what is the playing trap platform called? This is TradingView. It's a free app. I've still not, even with Black Friday sales, guys, I've not purchased a paid subscription to TradingView. I just don't believe it's needed for what I do. Like, again, I've got Forextester. If I want to do back testing, this is definitely what you want to use. Yeah, and while I'm at it, guys, if you guys want, let me know. I do have a discount code for you guys, promo code. I do, obviously I am affiliated with it, so I do get a little bit of a kickback. It's not much. And they, through me, offer a monthly subscription. If you were to look on their website, on their main page, they do not offer monthly subscriptions. But if you prefer it, they've given me access to a link, which I can share with you guys. If you are interested, let me know. With the promo code as well, gets you 10% off the monthly subscription. Sorry, my members, I keep forgetting to send you a link. Here it is. Get on board, guys. You get the course, you get everything. You get not just the course, you get how much other educational content has been uploaded. I remember this that much. And plus you get the trade journal, which is really, I think it's probably one of the best parts of the VIP, because it's interactive. I record the reasons why I took the trade, what made me take them, how I managed it, so on and so forth. Great ideas. So that's when I'm looking at trades away from the stream. If I'm not on a call, I just let the members know. Let's see, we've got a question here from No Name. The question: would the IC play still be valid if you use the bullish engulfing candle as low as your stop loss? Bullish engulfing candle as low as your stop loss. Ooh, I don't think it's valid, irrespective on the continuation interruption play, because it's just not closed strong enough. I mean, stop loss would be below that low, irrespective. You still would have had enough margin for sure. Yeah, valid, yes. Not often that we have the same numbers on both YouTube and TikTok. TikTok numbers are a bit down. Guys, smash the screen for us if you can. Let's get a chat popping as well. It's pretty quiet in the chat. Avery Nice Guy 69, please can you share the link with me? Link to the monthly, you're talking about the monthly subscription for Forextester, if that's what you're asking. All right, hold on, where is it? Yep, you got to use my code though, mate. That's the one thing. If you don't use the code, I don't think it will even allow you access, because it's especially for my viewers. I'll give you the code as well. And also, if you don't mind, mate, if you are on the Discord, the free Discord, the community Discord, or if you can, email me and just let me know if you are purchasing it, because they require, for whatever, with this link, they require a lot more confirmation. So they want confirmations of the person's email as well, because again, it's kind of like the way through the back door, because they do not offer it. Generally speaking, it's not on their landing page at all. If you go scroll here, there is no such thing as a monthly subscription. It's only lifetime or annual. That's all they got. Yearly plans or lifetime plans. So it's not on their landing page. So just let me know. Just either send me a DM on Discord or send me an email. The email is down below. And yeah, once you've done it, much appreciated. Yeah, when do we sell? I don't have any confirmation to sell just now. It's a tricky area. It's a tricky area. We got the 5 minute is kind of just consolidating, to be honest. And you got some more support below this support, so and I would prefer it to pop up a little bit higher for a potential sell. But we're just going to be patient with it. As we've seen, when we're patient, we you know, get on the end of highly probable trades. We've got a pretty good streak going at the minute. I think it's up to like 7 or 8 wins in a row. Took personally 4 wins last week, 3 on stream, 1 away from stream. Week before, I think it was 2-0 on stream as well. So we've been doing well. Just need to patiently wait for the right confirmations. Michael Hughes, consolidate, that's what it's doing at the moment. Primal, the website, Forextester online. And if you're interested, let me know. So I'll happily share with you. I can't send it into this chat, but I can, if you want to know, send me a DM and I'll send you the link to the monthly access. It's a lot cheaper. Well, technically not, but it's an easier way for people to access the simulator. Peter Print, you think it will go for Asia high? Look, the more we respect this 4,045, 50 sort of level, if we pop above the 60 level, then I do believe, yes, then I do believe that is the next destination. But we got a bit of work to get above that point, 4,060. And if that is to be the case, I'm going to be looking to potentially buy it. Primal, what's it for? Back testing, to test your strategy. So I've actually been given, well, the good people affiliated, or I think it's the same company. I can't remember the actual name of the other company, but they basically bring your robots to life, your ideas, and they've put the IC entry to work. Just needs fixing. It's not there yet, so I've been testing that out. So obviously designed, there it is, IC entry. It's designed a bot for the entry I speak about regularly on stream, but unfortunately it's not quite right, so I'm just gonna need to update that for them. And those who join through my affiliate link will have access to the bot as well on here, and you can check it out, suss it out for yourself. Peter Print, all good, mate. You trade only gold, BM? Yes, that is exactly right. Gives me enough opportunities. I'm patient. Well, the majors have really shit the bed, haven't they? Wow. All right, let's measure. Still don't have a one-to-one, guys. It's just not solid enough without a minimum more than the one-to-one to target. Kind of clutching at straws at the minute, in my opinion. But again, higher probability of price coming down before it goes up, based off what I'm currently seeing. You got minus support, you're engulfing the body. To consider anything, it would have to close bearish engulfing. So engulfing the low of the candle. And it's not going to be doing that. But again, I do believe there's a higher probability of us potentially coming down before we head back up, but I don't have a confirmation. I don't have a valid entry. I don't have a catalyst So to me, there's still no entry, even though I believe there's a good chance we could come down. Have to be strict with following rules. BM, these drawings which you have in your screen is made by yourself when you can. What the arrows, that's just TradingView, mate. Using the path tool here on TradingView. You're talking about the zones, it's just the way I mark up the chart. And I will be doing a video on that. I've got it written down, guys. I've got a list of things I need to do. Trust me, it's here. It's all here. It's what happens when you're over 40 years old. You tend to forget things, guys. True. Not as young as you think. I know I'm handsome, but sorry guys, I'm just mucking around, having a bit of fun. You gotta have some fun because it can be pretty boring otherwise. The great things, you had them in other tools. Great things. What, this? Or here? This? Gold is just consolidating at the minute. Oh, waiting, picked up a few summer fragrances today. They're cheap. Very cheap. One I had to, it's a staple of my summer fragrance collection. Then we get a little reel on that. I'm currently was editing it before the stream. And another which I'd not smelled before, which to me has, I mean, it's eau de toilette. Eau de toilettes, generally speaking, are a bit softer, better for the summer. That is Versace Home. For home. It's okay. It's good for a gym sort of fragrance, everyday type of thing, I suppose. My under the radar hidden fragrance for the summer. One not many would have ever heard of. Probably don't even know this particular company. It's more of a cosmetics company. Produce a men's fragrance. And that is Clinique. Happy for Men. That is a cracking summer fragrance. Been using it since I was 18, 19. And it just gets better and better as they obviously adjust a few things as they release each few years or so. BM the demand zone, but you had them as support and resistance in other tools. I'm not quite getting what you mean. You're talking about here, settings, template. Like, you mean that? That's just the horizontal, mate. If you're talking about that. Fill to the right, the settings set to filter right. Fun is this gold? This is the gold. So let's see if we close above, guys. Closure above would be okay. Now, concerns. You guys should know the major concern. Anyone has a guess as to what the main concern is? If we close above, I mean. We are here for the education as well, guys. So just sussing it out, see who's listening. Because obviously it's something very important we need to consider prior to any entry. Probably the most important thing, to be honest. It's to do with trade management. Got a snap going to tap 60 now. Yep. Likely. Magic of gold sniper structure makes trends about to break structure. Yeah, let's see if it closes above. Okay, so you got back to 41.50. It's far off at the moment. Not worried about it, to be honest. Mr. Gold Trader, guys, market is moved to sell side. Market is not really moving at the moment. BM. So that was correct. What I went over. Hassan. Near Sun. No wick. It's got a tiny one, but it doesn't matter. I'm not looking to enter on this candle either way. Okay, last week of the month, I think we go higher. Let's have a look at the monthly. Picking off. Potentially closing at its highest monthly close. Looks definitely like it's exhausting though, but that's just consolidating on a higher time frame. Obviously, we can't just continue bullish without any little bit of exhaustion. Obviously, we've done it here. Did it over here as well. Oh, shit. All right, is anyone going to answer? If not, I'm selling. It doesn't close above. Come on, guys. Someone give it a crack. It's the most important thing prior to any entry. You need to know one extremely important thing. Where you're going to place what. Loyalty, that's it, 100% stop loss. That is the main concern, because generally speaking, a stop loss would need to be a technical level, which for me as a scalper is either the swing point or the previous candle low in this case, and we're looking for a buy. That's just going to be way too wide. Again, you're probably not even going to have a one-to-one if it closes above. That's to be the case. So what it would come down to is how the following candle opens up. So let's just say we close above. I'll draw it in. Let's just say we close like so, and we've got the confirmation closure above. Next destination is this resistance. Seeing the stop loss is huge back below the swing point of previous candle's low. What I prefer to see is price pulling back on a new candle, tapping back into the range below, bouncing off that range below, and begin to flip, break above the high of the catalyst candle. If it did that, I would trust this level as a potential level I could place my stop loss. And if price pulled back below it, that's where I'd want to exit the trade. If it remained above it, I do believe there's a good chance we could continue bullish. So that's the kind of requirement I would need to consider it. Because then I could safely, safely, it's kind of a broad, I suppose, general word. It's popping just now anyway. But it's a level where I would not anticipate price pulling back below. Had we pulled back to that point, bounced off the range below, only to close above. So, to push back above. But the reality is we are pumping just now. So, let's see. It really can't push much higher. So now my preference would be on the 5 minute. So this candle closed like so, for instance. Let's go down to the 5 minute actually. Yeah, this candle closed like so. And if the next 5 minute candle, the one that closes the M15, closes weak bearish, preferencing it tapping into that zone, that would still close the M15 strong bullish above, I would still look for the entry as it breaks the high. Once again, I would need a decent low wick on the new candle, and it would be valid. Robin waiting for London or entering a range on the left, Sean. Well, it's entering potentially back above support. It's tapped into a pretty solid level. So we're currently rejecting. Let's see. A 5 minute rejection here. Love for this flip back bearish and the following candle close strong bullish back above. Oh, not quite. Still waiting, guys. Still waiting. Let's see how the 15 closes. Risk and relax. Yep, that was correct. KSS multimedia. When this current candle closes, we need the next credit wick. Yep, basically in the 15, has to close above. Got a sniper. Buy sells, boring. Yeah, well, sells could be still on the agenda. Gold. Trying to trick people into trades at the minute. Just patiently waiting. By the way, that Black Friday VIP special is available up until the 5th of December. I think next week's Cyber Monday, isn't it? Is it not? I think it is. Wow. The gold. Doing the gold things. Let's see. It's about to break its own high again. I don't want this to pop much higher because you just don't have the margin. That is the next concern. There is no margin. 40 pips. It definitely don't have a 1-to-1. Look, let's see how the new candle opens. First of all, it has to close above this resistance. It has to close above it for me to consider a buy option. I on my broker is 4,063.33. So if I'm contemplating entry, if this is to be the highest point where I would look to enter, is 4,600 and 4,063.60. It's giving it enough to account for spread. Got just over 2 minutes. Peter Print saw at Trade. We also have a nice Black Friday offer. Yeah. No need for it if you got this. Unless you're using a million indicators, which I don't. Robin, gold and BTC running same direction right now. I mean, Bitcoin's bounced quite nicely from its low, recent low, just above 80k. Still in a very strong downtrend though. If you're really to look at it structurally, you got pretty much all the time frames being bearish here. Once I look at it anyway, the 4 hour, the 15's probably flipped back bullish, but other than that, everything else is bearish. Actually, the 15 is bearish as well, the way I see it. Just gold, forget it. Popped. Alright, no gold entry just here. See how price reacts to resistance. We'll draw that in now. Gold doing gold things to begin the week. Now, one potentially valid entry, but it's going to tap into the target. Can't tap into the resistance. Would be the interruption on 30. That's more than 15 minutes away. But it's about to tap into that level. Robin, they've been running different all night and morning. Must be some new thing going on in the US. Not sure, to be honest. No idea what's been going on with Bitcoin. I've not followed it for a long time. Yeah, so gold, so there's no entry now, guys, at the moment. I need to see how price reacts to this resistance moving forward. Possibly sells below it. Now would add a support here, minus support. Let's just remove the one to the downside. So it's the 30-minute range within the 4 hour level. Yes, there's nothing at the minute. Robin, and changes with the Fed lowering interests. Yeah. But I mean, Bitcoin sold off after that as well. So I'm not sure if it's anything to do with that, to be honest. I think it's got to do with the broader spectrum, broader side of things. Today is everything's in a big bubble, and eventually things are going to pull back, whether this is the bubble popping or just a solid pullback within the overall uptrend. And then what has been a massive high time frame option, and who knows. I do believe, and I'm not positioned in equities at all, nor crypto. I believe that we could pop any day. I do not trust equities or crypto. I don't trust anything you can't physically hold and own. Not at the moment anyway. Showing pop like that is so annoying. 5 minute, yeah, nah. What 5 minute? There is none. There's no 5 minute I see here anyway, mate. Unless on your broker's chart, that's a bearish candle. But even then, I'm no way would I take it. If you're talking here, it has to be bearish. That's not interruption if it's not bearish. On futures, okay. Yeah, it's not strong enough closure above, plus if you're at resistance. Loose enug. Yeah, I still don't trust it. You're talking about ledgers, you're talking about your own wallets. I don't trust it. Ledgers have been hacked. Wallets have been hacked. Again, gold, silver, you can physically hold it, you can own it, store it, you can throw it, you can play cricket with it if that's what you want to do. It's physical, it's tangible. Busy? Well, the good thing is we've tapped into the 15-minute level, so we'll see. There could be a potential sell for London Open on the current level. Treasury is safe. Listen, no idea, to be honest. Busy, more interested in selling it from the current level and buying it. All right, guys, give me about a minute or two. I will be back shortly. Wow. We are reacting, definitely reacting to that level of resistance, 4,068. Gold just printing these big counters out of nowhere again without any confirmation at the minute. So looks like we could come back down to 4,052. So there goes the sell or potential sell option. Let's see how price now reacts to the support again. If we do in fact come back down to it. Just bouncing at the minute, gold. Not much in way of confirmation for me. I just need to chill. That's it. Grabby rejecting Friday's close. Is it? Okay, yeah. True. Well, close, but also that resistance, so. Trader, let's just get out to you. Maybe Mark's grabbed enough retail sell orders for it to go up, but it's just my belief. Fair enough, my friend. Alright, so if there is to be any sells, in my personal opinion, it's not going to happen at London Open. What I would need to see is a bit of support. So a weak, perhaps a weak bullish closure on the next M15. Can't leave a massive upward because same issue as down here potentially when we're looking at, there's no margin. If it creates a massive upper wick and you're looking to sell below that support, you've got, I mean, look at that. That's to be the high, that's the entry, that's the low. Well, that's the target. I mean, there's not even a 1-to-1 again. So it's a tricky area. It's a real tricky area. Very early into proceedings as well, guys, into the week. So just be patient. And stress it. I'm here to relax. Ranting. Do you this will be heading to Friday's lows? Do I think it will? No idea, mate. We just need to wait and react to what we see happening. So at the moment we're expecting support. We're expecting 4,050. Busy makes sense, follows market structure. M, you're full pointing short, nice one. Dino short. Rahman, good day to you. Don't got any sells on the flip, sets break even. Nice one. Busy just missed my entry by 4 minutes by watching live. It happens, mate. It is what it is. Don't stress it, don't do anything stupid. That's it. Exactly as you've said it. Spoon fed plus, good day to you. Sean didn't hit TP, but set my stop loss to that zone, just hit for half TP. Fair enough, mate. Once again, guys, while I've got you all here, yes, I bit the bullet and there is a special Black Friday offer for the VIP for the monthly subscription, brings it down to $24 US a month. If you are interested in it, includes access to the course, to all the other education content, to all the private members only course, so on and so forth, many other features as well. If you are interested, promo code, we'll type it yet again to the TikTok chat. Link is on my under my pinned at the top of my profile page. That is the special code. My members watching will likely roll with the education session. Tomorrow will definitely be on probably about an hour after the stream, and once I've had dinner. Wednesday should be the same. Thursday potentially live market update. Thursday's not set in stone, and this Sunday we should be right for a sim session. Now, generally speaking, Tuesday and Wednesday on the call tend to also fire up the simulator and do some testing. Got a sniper look at 30-minute. I imagine it looking pretty. No. Rejecting some previous levels here to the left. Yeah, not looking pretty at all. Very difficult area personally for me to look for an entry on gold here. Maybe a micro scalper might be finding it a bit easier. So I don't trade the 1 minute. Alex, hoping that London session is going to break through the previous support. You mean back down here? I hope it shits in bed. So Spaby, what are you trading today? Same asset I trade every other day. That is gold. That's the only thing I trade. Buys or sells? Nothing in a minute. It's not even any 5-minute support. It's just reacting or bouncing off 4050. It's a bit above it and reacting to the resistance higher up. So it's just between the levels without any confirmation. Five-minute has yet to form any minor support. This could just be pulling back to create a high low within a 5-minute structure. Forms some minor support and begins to pop below minor support. That would likely see us back down to 4052. The issue with that is, yet again, it's just not enough margin. When you got to use a decent technical level for a stop, a 5-minute candle for me is definitely not enough for a stop loss. No chance. And a 15 is just going to be too wide of a stop. So for Ab, do you think about buying? Yeah, I'd be personally waiting for it to pop back to the support. Gold sniper, gold being gold. Definitely is. Not a bad smell, actually. All right, London open, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. London doors are open. No support yet. A 5-minute. There is no solid quality confirmation. Oh, let's pop straight up. Flips, good chance coming down. And it's just not a great deal of margin. Stop loss is, it's just not going to be worth it in a minute. Alex feels like gold is waiting for that open. Hope it's good. Providence respecting 200 EMA on 5. Fair enough. You know, don't use indicators. Once again, let's just quickly measure it. So it's 46 pips once you count for spread. So you've basically just now got potential 1-to-1. But it's just not, again, it's not quality in my opinion. And it's popping up higher again. So you won't even have the 1-to-1 shortly. Lachlan, no, there's been no trade yet. It's just no confirmation. Problem, dynamic support resistance. No, it's fair enough. Nothing against it. I just don't use it. Although, obviously, a lot of people do. A lot of the economists I respect, who also look into analysis and that, they use it. I respect it. I just don't use it. And again, I think it's more for the higher time frame type things where it could be more effective. But for me, I don't need it personally. These are my signals. These candles themselves are my signals. All right, so what I need, as I mentioned before, while this candle was forming, The only other thing that will validate potential sell moving forward soon would be if this closed weak bullish. But what did I mention before about it? What it cannot do? Because going to have the exact same issue I spoke about previously here when we're looking for a closure above, or here, and here when we're looking for a closure below. By pulling back too far, creating a big upper wick, what's that done? Basically eaten into the margin, which means, well, it means we've got basically no margin because you won't again have a one-to-one. So let's just see, it can't keep pulling back. Now we've got more than 12 minutes remaining in this candle. As it draws closer to the closure, and if we're not pulled back that much higher, or if this thing looks like it's going to close back weak bullish, I might use the fib and look for a potential sell off the back of the weak closure, weak bullish support. But we're far off it just yet. We've still got just under 12 minutes remaining, so wait till the last 3-4 minutes to contemplate any potential option on the following M15. The only thing I see is maybe potential sells. Lachlan, appreciate it, mate. And you too. Robin, yeah, you got your thing down. Appreciate it. Yep. Star emoji, what app do you use? This is TradingView, free basic version of TradingView. Alright, so what I mean by using the fib, I'll just show you the example right now, but we're far off it. And a lot of you already know it, those who watch me in a regular. This is where I'll use the fib, and not for an entry point, but to gauge strength. And if this closed below 0.382, it would suggest to me it's a weak bullish closure. So weak support. Finally, it's tapped into a level of resistance where I'd be looking for price to react from. And if we had a weak closure, weak bullish closure, what we've done is we've formed support below the resistance, albeit a weak support. Therefore, the back of my data, my experience, if the following candle was to open up, create up a wick, begin to pop below the low of that previous bullish candle, based on price action, based on my experience, there's a high probability of price heading back down towards the resistance support, sorry, back at 4,052. That is the only potential thing I see moving forward on the next M15 candle. So we'll stick around for that and we'll see if in fact it does present. So we'll remove the fib now, and that's how I use the fib. We know this is the level it needs to close below, and I want it to close bullish. So simple. That will validate the entry. If it closes above it, we're not valid. If it closes bearish, we're not valid. See how I'm eliminating the doubt? And that is how I trade. No FOMO, no shit, I'm not sure, should I or should I not? There's no effort trades, you know. If you guys can figure it out. The rest, there's none of those trades. It's just based on data, based on my knowledge, based on my time in the charts, based on rules that work for me, and following them to a T. Trade market have to no bias, previously daily candle, previous 4-hour candle. It's more than that, mate. It's more than that. Just watch the start of the stream where I go over the actual analysis. I talk about bias every day. So bias on gold, technically speaking, to me was bearish. It is bearish. But I'm not fixated to the sell because of the level where it's at. It's at a very strong level of support, and plus we've now got 4-hour counter probabilities to the upside. You have 4-hour structure also being bullish. Rabbi, why close bearish not valid? Because I'd rather, the entry point for me, I want it to break below support as your entry point. If it breaks through a floor, it's likely heading to the next floor. If it rejects and closes bearish, look, it could be valid, just depends, because but to me, it also looked like it's potentially exhausting to the downside. If it closes bearish, we would require going down to the 5 minute, and if it closes bearish below 5 minute support, which we have got here, then it may still be valid. It's just a preference, again, based off data. Peter, g'day to you. No, but the only thing I'm seeing is if this closes below this 0.382 on the FIB, this candle closes weak bullish, we could have a potential sell. The following candle below of this bullish candle. Juliet Vo, do we also share trades in the VIP Academy like singles? No, I've got trade ideas, which is not daily. It's just when I'm on the charts away from the stream or away from a call with the members and I'm seeing something and I'm going to take a trade, I let the guys know. But I'm a very strict trader, very rule-based trader, and I don't sit on the charts for hours and hours. It's just not what I do. I don't want the charts to dictate my life. But if I do see something and I like it and I'm not on the call, I let the guys know what I'm looking at in real time and give them enough time to set the entries, give them the actual entry point and everything. Also a screenshot of what I'm looking at. But but by no means is it signals. So it's just like this. For instance, prior to an entry, sometimes I just call it in the actual VIP chat itself. Robin Gold still haven't retested the break for the falling wedge. Yeah, don't trade patterns, my friend. But I respect it. What broker? Type in the chat. Not affiliated with anyone. It's hard to be affiliated with anyone here in Oz. ASIC regulations don't allow it. Alex, what's the time? What's the name of that Fibonacci indicator using? Just Fibonacci, mate. Don't know what else they call it, to be honest. Just the basic Fib. I just adjusted the colors and settings, that's all. Alright, just over 5 minutes, guys. It's on the brink of potentially being valid. It's a lot, this candle. 4,059.81, so potential entry 4,059.50. So I used to look at a 1.5 to 2 pip cover spread for the entry, but now with the volume on gold of late, I've shifted that to 3 pips. I believe it's better safe than sorry, and it's at times it's well, once or twice it's prevented me from getting involved in a trade that would have ended up in a loss by just allowing for the spread. It's important to do that. Shahab, time frame predominantly a 15. Beast tattoo, which broker is best type for scalping? I believe the one I use is a good one. It's just 2 messages below your message. That one, reason being is because the raw spread account is super tight when it comes to spreads. I mean, gold at the minute, I've got 0.7 of pip, so less than a pip. Declan, we're going down, right? No confirmation just yet. So just over 3 minutes, guys, and we want this count just over 3.5 minutes actually. We want this count to close below its horizontal for me to consider a sell. If it doesn't, there's likely not going to be anything at the moment. Is my am I so in the corner and picked up? Oh, all right. Let's focus, guys. Just under 3 minutes. We are pulling back below. Now, initially, stop loss would need to be above this candle's high, but a prerequisite is for it to be valid is the following candle needs to create an upper wick. And what that will also do is give me a level to manage the trade, even potentially manage the stop loss off the bat to the high of the entry candle. So first things first, we want to close below this horizontal. That will confirm that wick support. Second tick we need to cross off, second box we need to tick off is the following candle needs to create an upper wick. As soon as it does it, what we do is set a sell stop below low of this bullish candle. Stop loss should, technically speaking, be back above this candle's high to begin, but then you could adjust it to this candle's high as it is triggered in. I'm giving you ways of how I will go about it and letting you know prior to the potential entry. So you should, all who are following along, listening, should know what I'm looking at just now. Locking, so the confirmations, we want this to close weak bullish below this horizontal 0.3 at 200 fib. Peter print, sell pressure. Well, below this resistance is struggling. It's a little bit indecisive. So we got just over a minute, guys, just under a minute and a half. We don't want to pop up. We want to close below the horizontal. Once again, rule-based trading. No ifs, buts, maybes, not, I'm not sure, or any of that stuff. It's just yes or no. Ravi, there should be my email down in the description below. Or on my the channel homepage. All right, let's see. What's the odds it's going to close like just above it? Oh, it's line ball at the moment with right on 30 seconds, guys, and we're line ball to be valid or not. NK, you buy it? No, I'm looking at a sell, mate. Looking at a sell, but it has to close below its horizontal. All right, could be doing it. Once again, if it is, we need it to create an upper wick the following candle. It's literally going to close right at it, isn't it? Just to add a spanner into the works. You're kidding me. That is line ball, guys. That is literally right on it. Yeah, I believe it's okay. It's going up a wick. 4,059.50. Not in just yet, obviously. And if this pulls back too far, again, no entry because it's just stop loss. It's not going to be worth it. So what I will be doing is using the entry candle as stop loss. So let's just measure it. What is it at the moment? About 40 pips, just over, yeah, around 40. Oh, 1,063.51. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for a sell. Down or up? Declan looking for a sell. Vinny J, when does the trade become invalid? If it pops up too high and the stop loss is going to be too wide, or if it draws close to the closure of the 15 and we're just forming an indecisive candle or weak bullish candle, then I just remove it and be no longer valid, because you want this to be triggered in fairly quickly. Yeah, you want this to, especially coming to the closure of the 30. If it's drawing to the closure of the 15, 30 still looks like it's not a bad option in my opinion. It doesn't really have much of a low wick, the session open. But I'll also kind of play it by ear also as to when I'm not happy with it, depending on how far it pulls back. Because again, I've got to consider my stop loss. It's just not going to be worth it. I'm rolling with a 60 pip stop, 60, 70 pip stop with about that as a target. And I know I like to secure profits in between. Hardly going to be worth it. So we'll see. It's pulling back a little bit further now. Running a higher high. Ooh, now it's, yeah, breaking the high. Well, it's about to break the high of the previous candle. So this is where it's starting to push it out a little bit too far in regards to stop loss. Because now we're looking at a 54 pip stop. So it's going to travel. Obviously 54 pips up, then 54 pips back down, just to be triggered in. 57 count for spread. And then you're counting on it making the move down, which it can do, don't get me wrong, but it's asking quite a lot within the current candle. Yeah, forget it. It's way too wide now, stop loss. All right, so this is where I do, in fact, remove the order. Yeah, so it's too wide for stop loss. We're just not ready, guys, unfortunately. It's just not worth it at the minute. We are potentially now just creating that higher low, especially in the 5 minute. Again, it's just not quality enough. Good thing is though, it still could be the potential entry point to the downside here. Now, this is the most recent support. We have tapped into the resistance. This is the most recent support. So that still, to me, if it closed below now, is the potential entry to the downside. Now, the concern is the closure below could make the move. Like we did here when we're looking for a closure above here, it made the move. There was no margin for the buy. Could do the same thing here to the downside. So the candle that closes below may be the candle that does this, and then you got no margin once again to the downside. And then it's a matter of waiting to see how price reacts to that support to look for a potential buy moving forward. Yeah, so it's just not ready at the moment, guys. What I missed, when does your trade so yep, Vinny's now invalid. Siva, check GJ. Oh, GJ buys look good. Yeah, GJ buys look really good. Liquidity sweep. That's a liquidity sweep if I've ever seen one. It needs to be in, it's a bit late. Yeah, doesn't look great, but buys look good. Other than that, everything looks shit on GJ. Ben Nellin, no idea how to pronounce your name. Double bottom plus break of it, bro. Double bottom. Why would you sell? If I had the right confirmation, selling off the back of more than 8 years of data of proof of what I do works for me, but I didn't sell because it became invalid. So again, simply by following rules and not worrying about what someone from the chat is telling me to do, knowing that I'm going to win more than 80% of the time, and it's proof because the stream rate is 135 wins and 33 losses for the entirety of since I've been doing these streams. So following those rules, I know is a highly probable entry if it's set up, but it's not valid anymore. That's why. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. There is no right or wrong. Someone could be looking for a buy, while I could be looking for a sell. They could take profit, and I could also take profit. That is the beauty of trading. So again, I'm just following what works for me. But you're entitled to your opinion. It is very strong support, no doubt. The higher time frame support, I have no doubt as well. So I was contemplating buys, but this candle made the move. I was contemplating buys above here, but no confirmation till this closure, and that candle also made the move within itself. So the catalyst made the move. So I could not get in on that basis. But well done to anyone who is currently running a buy. Good luck to you. I hope you're profiting and doing well from it. So again, guys, I'd be looking for rejection and closure below support for a potential sell, and then otherwise, if again, just wait, see how price reacts to former levels it's formed within the current daily. Obviously, there's support at 4,052. Obviously, the higher time frame support back at 4,042, that sort of region to 40. Price did eventually come back down to there. Wait for a confirmation to buy it, but there is some pretty strong support a little bit below it as well. Keep an eye out on Asian range high and low if it gets swept for liquidity, and see how price reacts to it as well. That's what I'd be doing moving forward. Benel Lint, all good, not a problem, mate. It's all good. Appreciate support watching stream. Just risk it for a biscuit. All good, not what I do. So that's what I'd be looking at, guys. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go off, make some dinner, and hopefully be done in time to jump on a call with my team. Don't forget, guys, Black Friday special for the next until the 5th of December. 20% off the lifetime of your VIP membership. 20% off the annual. If anyone prefers the annual, works out a lot cheaper. And if you want to know more, the code, send me a DM. I'll share with you the link you can find for the actual VIP on the Discord. In the Discord, you can find it there. You can also find it under my profile on the profile page, TikTok and YouTube as well. Closures below, again, guys, is what I'd be looking at. Go make dinner. Keep an eye on that. Watch it make the move now. Liquidity candle. Break the high, breaking the low, high probability of it coming down the back of that. Watch it. Just break it now. So that's why I'd be keeping an eye on, guys. Just wait and see if it closes below. I'll catch you guys tomorrow at the same time as today. Do you think it double bottom, Music Man? Possibly. You need to wait for the closure below. Closure below, upper wick. Breaks the entry candles low. The catalyst candles low. You definitely need that closure below. Gonna be eating that biscuit for dinner. Nice one. Sean looks nice in M30. Yeah. M30 looks not the greatest in my opinion. But yeah, take care, guys. Trade safe. Don't do anything stupid. My members, I'll keep an eye on it as I'm preparing my dinner. I'll let you guys know. Till tomorrow. Have a good one, team. Don't do anything stupid. First day of the week. Charts are a little bit sketchy at the moment. Gold tricking people into back and forward entries. Take care. Trade safe, guys. Until tomorrow. All the best. Cheers.